A warm welcome to all delighting dazzlings. In this series of delighting readings, today we can see the power of positive thinking. The famous Dhammapada rightly says, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. As my dear friends, if we have to go from Calcutta to Delhi, we have to decide on the mode of travel. Should we go by road or by rail or by air? And having come to a firm decision, we have to make the relevant arrangements. Whatever mode of travel we choose, we assume we shall reach a destination speedily and safely. We are not assailed by doubts. Will the car break down on the way? Will the train be derailed? Will our plane crash? Similarly, when we draw up plans for a career or for the launching of a new project, we should make a rough feasibility report and assure ourselves that we have the right equipment. We should take fair weather for granted. If we begin listing possible perils on the way, we stand in danger of getting bogged down at the starting point itself without any hope of progress. As they rightly say, never venture, never win. No risk, no gain, and fortune favors the brave. So, in the practical life, there may not be jobs for everybody, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible for everybody to be gainfully employed. One can be self employed. As a developing country, India offers almost unlimited scope for self employment. If one doesn't succeed in finding employment within a reasonable period, it doesn't mean that all hope is lost. Instead, one should be able to think of some simple line of self employment, like offering tuition to the extent of one's capacity, or cashing in on any talent like singing or drawing, till one finds the right opening in the realm of full time employment. Timidity and fear are great obstacles to progress. Why should we set up roadblocks in our own path by imagining all sorts of dangers? Bridges should be crossed only when we come to them. It's only the stupid and the timid who want to cross imaginary bridges long before reaching them. As James Allen says, dream lofty dreams, and as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you shall at last unveil. Your circumstances may be uncongenial, but they shall not long remain. So, if you perceive an ideal and strive to reach it, most people imagine that it's essential to be a bookworm to be successful. There was a Jewish couple in England some years ago who set their hearts on having a son. When a son was born to them, they were insistent that he should be a genius. His record at school, however, dismayed his parents, who had to employ a number of tutors to help the boy scrape through his examinations from one class to the next. After completing school with the greatest of difficulty, the boy was sent to Oxford, where he didn't fare any better. To avoid any discrimination, the family changed its name from a typically Jewish one to Abercrombie. One day, Mr. and Mrs. Abercrombie went to Wembley Station in London to see a football match between England and Scotland. The son was playing for England, and the stadium was a sea of heads. Suddenly, the game progressed. The spectators were so excited that they stood up and shouted in unison, Abercrombie's got the ball, Abercrombie's got the ball, Abercrombie is a genius. Mr. and Mrs. Abercrombie were absolutely dazzled. All these years, they have been spending a large amount of money on private tutors for their son in the hope that he would be transformed into a genius. Excitement in a crowd being contagious, they too stood up along with the others and yelled, Abercrombie's got the ball, Abercrombie's got the ball, Abercrombie is a genius. So their problem son was indeed a genius. but far removed from the kind of genius they had visualized, or rather from their conception of a genius. A prime essential for success is in any walk of life is robust common sense. Whatever one sets out to do, assuming that it's worth doing, should be done in the firm belief that one will succeed. As they say, when we strive for the moon, we just skim the tops of the trees. In other words, we have to have firm faith in the virtues of our object, and next, firm faith in ourselves. Hoary maxims like God helps those who help themselves are not empty words but facts that they have been tested and parts of experience. We have to disabuse our minds of myths, fetishes, and old wives' tales. When we observe those who have succeeded in some field, we find that they do not wait for a particular time of day to do something, but do as much as they can during their working hours, usually abnormally long. They do not wait for a lucky day on which to attempt something important, but plunge themselves into it at the first opportunity. They do not consult astrologers and palmists to ascertain favorable and unfavorable periods, but treat all periods alike. As Napoleon Bonaparte rightly said, the truest wisdom in general is a resolute determination. Indecision, uncertainty, and lack of faith in our competence are fatal weaknesses. Every step has to be planned carefully and taken with supreme confidence. If you believe in yourself, success will be yours. That's all for today. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment your views below our video.